reportedly halted river flows to Pakistan to expand its hydroelectric capacity after suspending a mutual water treaty. Islamabad has vowed to retaliate and defend its water rights. And the body of a woman who went missing last month while out jogging has been found in central France. That's the latest feature story news. Stuart Smith reporting.
You're listening to KCHW 102.7 FM, Northern Lights Public Radio.
KCHW headlines. I'm Chuck Ritchie. About 13,000 college students in Washington could see their financial aid reduced thanks to state budget cuts. Lawmakers have trimmed income eligibility for full awards and lowered the aid provided to students attending private colleges, among other things. The cuts to the Washington College Grant will be phased in over the next 2 years. Around 100,000 students currently get money through the grant. 700 at-risk Tri-City students have abruptly lost their mentors after the Trump administration cut the program. It paired chronically absent students with volunteers to get them back in school and improve graduation rates. Washington has joined with several states suing the Trump administration to stop the program's termination. And a suspected arson fire has destroyed a scenic railroad bridge near Mount Rainier. The company says the bridge could collapse anytime, requiring millions to rebuild from scratch. Employees have started a GoFundMe campaign to help. In our last story, state attorneys generals around the country are warning 23andMe users, delete your data. The fate of more than 15 million customers' genetic information is in limbo after the popular DNA testing company filed for bankruptcy in March. That data is up for sale, raising fears about how it might be used. For KCHW 102.7, I'm Chuck Ritchie.
Time to Moscow.
Morning sun peeking through the sky. It's time to wake up and just say hi. Coffee's brewing, birds are singing. Northern Lights Radio to get your morning ringing. Weather's changing, temperatures are rising. But don't you fret, just keep shining. From local news to global events, we cover it all right to the wacky end. Got your favorite jokes and stories too. Your KCHW FM morning crew starts now. Please don't boo. We're waiting. La la la, la la la, still waiting.
Good morning. No more waiting. It's KCHW 102.7. It's Scott and my beautiful sister Val. Val, you look kind of scared and lost. You've got a horrible look on your face this morning.
Well, I am not scared or lost. I was just enjoying the new intro we have there.
Yeah.
That's quite the intro.
You like that, huh?
Yeah,
a little bit,
yeah.
Maybe. All right. Wait till we go.
Build us up a little bit.
Wait till we go to break. I've got a new one there too that'll kind of surprise you. I don't think you've heard them yet. Me and Chuck goofed around with them a little bit, and Ken last week. And big round of applause. Ken sat in with us, me and Val, 2 weeks ago because Val, you had another round of eye surgery. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I did. And I guess at this distance, you really can't see it. When I pulled up the camera just to adjust everything this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, I look bad. But yeah, you can't see it from a distance.
The one eye is kind of hanging down. Oh, it's not.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's not.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, just one half of this eye is like completely bloodshot. So at least you can't see it from there.
You were smoking, weren't you? No. Drinking.
Yeah.
It's a good excuse for bloodshot eyes, but I'm not buying it, Val. All right. So, but you're doing good. Cataract surgery's pretty easy, I'd say. Yeah.
Yep. Cataract surgery was easy. This one wasn't bad either. But it's quite a bit more healing time on it. Not to, like freak anybody out or gross anybody out, but they stick a needle in your eye. So,
huh.
Yeah.
They didn't tell me they were going to do that.
Well, at least they knocked you out because I was like, I had kind of been a little bit freaking out about it. The idea kind of creeped me out. I don't know why, cutting the lens out of my eye didn't bother me, but this bothered me. And so they do kind of give you the same level of sedation they do when you're having like a colonoscopy. And so I don't remember a thing. And I'm glad it's over. The floaters are gone in that eye. The medicine I'm using still keeps it completely dilated, so the vision is not clear. But I do know the floaters are gone, and I'm ecstatic about that.
You seem a little loopy. I'm wondering, basically you were roofied by the doctor.
I use those exact words to somebody.
All right. All right, I'm doing some new internet today. I'm looking at the station computer. It looks like everything is working, and that's right. I have taken over the station from the state of Maine. All right, Val broadcasting from the Starship Enterprise, which is parked in her front yard in Deer Park. Good job, Val.
I know.
Yeah, she's
I've got the cloaking device on right now,
all right.
So you really can't see it, if you stop by. But it's there, trust me.
Yeah. Later on, she'll be beaming politicians off the planet. Thank you, Val.
It's kind of what, it's the famous line from Star Trek, "Beam me up, there's no intelligent life down here."
So are you sending them to a planet with oxygen?
I will, but then they'll suck it all out of the room.
Oh. Yeah, they had a small amount of atmosphere on Mars until the politicians arrived. All right, let's take a look at that weather forecast today. Made possible by a donation from 49 Degrees North Mountain Resort. 75 and sunny today in Chihuahua with some light winds. Down to 43 tonight with clear to partly cloudy skies. Partly cloudy skies will stick around for your Wednesday. Still back up to 77. Overnight low of 45. Thursday, 68 and 42. Partly cloudy. Friday, partly cloudy. 76 and 48. And just in time for the weekend. Oh, might need a little sweater. Saturday's okay at 75 and 49, but Sunday back down to 68 with cloudy skies. Rain for Monday at 40%, and you guys should take all the rain you can get. There you go.
There you go. When you look at the forecast, it's like a weather roller coaster.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times you'll kind of see temperatures are similar from day to day. It's like, this range from 80 to, low 80s to mid 60s.
All right, kids, for breakfast and lunch, it looks like breakfast on a stick. Uh-huh. Syrup cup and fruit and juice. Val does not like it when I try to do French. And then for for lunch today, it's nachos. Not your nachos, my nachos. Refried beans and fruit and veggies for the kid. There you go. Breakfast and lunch. A treat, Val. I have a treat ready for you. You heard me talking about my Doctor Who outhouse, right?
I did. Yeah,
Yes.
I have, I guess I should say.
So really excited. I've had like an event style outhouse like you'd use at Chautauqua or a fair or something like that. And I hate it because the flies, the smell, and when you walk in, you can't help but see everything down there. Yeah. So
even though it's blue tinted, you still don't want to see it.
Yep. And I wanted to do something that was friendlier to people that might use the outhouse. And I didn't want to do a composting toilet because you got to deal with the compost, and I don't want to touch other people's stuff and have to clean that up. So I removed the tank from the Doctor Who outhouse, and I'm going to pop it up online. So anybody watching on Facebook this morning can actually see my Doctor Who outhouse. All right. So, unfortunately, the way the screen has captured this, it cut off the top. But you can see up there on the top of it, it's got the blue door, it's got police call box, and then there is a light above it. So, it had like the tank that you would have for a fair in there. I removed the tank, built a platform, and put in a real flush toilet. All right. So
pretty impressive.
That toilet that you see, I had to engineer this myself because there was nothing to, make an outhouse a real bathroom. And I looked at like RV situations, like I said, the composting toilets. What I went with was a ship's head. So a ship's head takes water out of the sea and uses it to flush the toilet. So I tricked it into using a rain barrel to flush the toilet. So it can't take waterized pressure because big boats that have bathroom heads, they have a hole below the water line that will take in seawater to flush the toilet when they need it. And they can't handle pressure. So I get it all done. It works perfectly. I've invented something I've never seen before. And then I went and flushed it. And here it's a macerating toilet. So it grinds it up into puree or pudding, whatever you want to call it. And squirts it into a tank. Am I being too vivid? So everything works, but when you flush the toilet, it is like somebody's outside your cabin with an industrial drill running it 4 feet away. I mean, it's absolutely. I mean, anybody that flushes the toilet at 3 a.m. is going to totally get woken up by the Doctor Who outhouse, which, as you can see from the picture, is bigger on the outside. All right.
It is.
Yeah. But I was smart. I thought of electricity outages, and they sell that toilet with this cool little hand pump thing that comes up about waist level, and you just pump it a couple times, and it flushes it and washes it. So I'm going to remove the electric one and put the hand pump in there. It won't be as convenient, but I won't be waking anybody up at 3 a.m. because I go to the bathroom a lot at night. I'm old. But yes.
You could leave a note, do not flush at night, but then you'd have the same problem as you do with a real porta potty. You're going to see it all.
Yes. So that's exciting. I do have the first Doctor Who outhouse in Maine.
Probably in the world.
No, I thought so. I was hopeful, but will YouTube work? And yeah, there's lots of Doctor Who outhouses. But none in Maine, and I'm waiting. We're waiting, me and Lindsay, for our first reservation of someone that just comes to see the toilet.
Nice. It goes to show though that there's really no longer any original ideas.
There isn't.
You think that you could be you must be the only one doing this, and then you find out, no, you're not.
No, I thought I had the most original idea, but I found out it was pretty original. And nobody has a Doctor Who outhouse that they've actually like retrofitted to have a real flush toilet. So
nice.
So you want to use the bathroom? I'm the king. All right, let's go back to Val, which is much better than looking at a picture of Scott's outhouse. I think the picture of the outhouse would have been better if I was in there with a grimacing look on my face. Or menacing or grimacing. You choose.
We spent a lot of time as a kid, though. As kids, I should say, having an outhouse available, I guess is what you'd say. Mm-hmm. And so the thing that I can't, I mean, you know how you can like imagine smells in your mind, and it brings back those memories and stuff.
You can remember the outhouse smell?
No, it was when you'd have to use it after Dad because he sat in there and smoked while he did his business, and so it was a unique combination of smells when you open the door.
Wow. I don't know what Dad's smoking, but I don't like it. Is that what his pillow smells like?
Oh.
All right. Good job over Sharon, Val. Quick look at what's happening today in town. We've got Chihuahua Library Storytime, 10:30 to 11:30. You can sit and knit with your friends at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts between 2 and 4. Then on Wednesday, First Wednesdays with Ted at the Chihuahua Public Library, learn about opening a business and what you might need and have for resources. They're there from 10 to 3. Also at the library, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they do tech help for about an hour. So if you got a phone problem or a tablet, laptop, something you want some tips on, they can help you out with that. And then let's see if I can do this ones. We typically don't do commercial events. I'll skip that one and come back to it. Val, you had some stuff that you entered into our for the Deer Park Eagles. Do you have that at the top of your mind?
I do. Coming this Sunday, we are hosting a Mother's Day breakfast. Kids eat free. Other meals are $10. Unless you are a mother, then you get to eat for free, and you might get a special treat like a mimosa.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Deer Park Eagles is serving that Mother's Day breakfast from 8 o'clock in the morning till 11. And the address for them is, 12 West South Avenue in Deer Park.
Wow. Time to break out that dress, Scott.
Going a little Mrs. Doubtfire on us.
Yeah, if I bunch up my hair and shave off my mustache, I look just like our mother. I was looking in the mirror going, I hope I look like my brother or my dad. And I'm like, nope, it's mom.
I was playing with Snapchat filters one day. I guess I didn't have anything better to do. And they had this aging one. And when it hit me, I was like, oh my God, that is our mother.
That's funny. But cool.
I'll have to send it to you sometime because it's frighteningly accurate.
Oh, please do. All right. Thursday, we've got the food bank open 10 to 2 on the corner there at the Chewelah Senior Center. Free diapers at the church on Thursday as well. The Catholic Church from 10 to 11:30. We've got, get this, Friday. Let's do it here. Should we do it better? Friday. It's your Chewelah Farmers Market. Coming back.
Yay.
There you go. Opening day for the market. I love it. All right, so that's Friday. And then on Saturday, another spring trail work party up at Gold Hill at 9. And then 10 o'clock, KCHW radio station. It's round 1 of Chewelah's Got Talent auditions.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Round 2, I should say. Last week was round 1. So this is your final chance to get in on Chewelah's Got Talent, because then we need a couple weeks to get ready for the big show. Details, tickets, all that stuff online, kchw.org, northernlightspublicradio.com. You can get all the details you need right there. All right, don't forget tomorrow, too, because you'll get a lot of in-depth coverage on what's going on in Stevens County by tuning in to Chuck and the Ladies. That's Chuck, Sharon, and Paula tomorrow morning at about 7:25. Also tomorrow, Tracy Lynn and Jim Caruso are going to be in the studios talking about a little shakeup at City Hall. There you go. Get all the details right here on your local radio station.
Where else can you go for all the local news like you can right here?
And if you've been listening this morning, you can tell I'm almost out of coffee. It's going to get weird, Val.
Oh, no.
All right. Let's pop on to Facebook and see if Ken has said anything. No, but Matt has checked in this morning and said Dr. Do instead of Doctor Who. All right. Matt,
that's pretty impressive.
Matt, if you ever come to Maine and want to visit me here at the campground, I will let you stay in the Doctor Who outhouse all night.
It's by special reservation only.
By special reservation only. All right. Kind of worried about this summer. We've only got 2 reservations so far. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man.
But, it really didn't kick up until June last year. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm hoping people don't cancel their travel plans. Or maybe do things where they stay closer to home. I'm not too worried about it because, like, wherever Scott lives, he's the cheapest in town.
Always has been. Always will be. So I had to refresh my my chat in order to see Matt's comment. But I could, how about Dr. Pooh?
Oh, the Dr. Pooh outhouse. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Matt. All right. A few news headlines this morning. Hundreds more flights delayed or canceled at Newark Airport yesterday as air traffic controllers said the short staffing comes after employees lost communication with radar and planes in the sky last week and went on leave.
Ooh.
Hey, nothing's working at air traffic control. We're going on vacation.
We're just going home now.
Yeah. Those planes have windows, and you got hands, so use hand signs. Left turn. Right turn.
Right turn.
United Airlines, if you haven't heard, canceled. And so we're talking Washington, D.C. You think Newark, New Jersey, but we got 3 airports there because there's so many people. And United announced yesterday they are ceasing all flights into Newark. They said they've been demanding for years that the Newark airport be reclassified as a Class 3 airport, which means that the FAA has to regulate how many flights can come in and out. And they have refused. So United came in and said, we're done. It's unsafe for us to bring people into Newark Airport, and it's unsafe for our employees. There's crises every day and near misses, and we are not flying into Newark any longer. And that's so United, if you've never been to Newark Airport, they have like an entire concourse, and it's absolutely huge. So it's going vacant.
Wow.
Yeah, which should cut down on some of the air traffic.
It will do that.
But
free up some space for other airplanes.
It's going to definitely cause some problems for people. Let's move on this morning in news. Trump administration asked Texas judge to dismiss a lawsuit from 3 Republican-led states that sought to eliminate telehealth access to abortion medication, arguing that states don't have a legal right to sue. Rescue teams in Texas trying to locate a school-age girl who was swept away by storms that put 40 million people in the south central U.S. on alert yesterday. More storms are expected in the region today. Netflix dropped the first teaser for the highly anticipated 3rd and final season of Squid Game, which begins with the players gathering around a coffin that's open to reveal Guy Hun lying unconscious. All right. On to sports. In the East, the Knicks overcame a 20-point deficit to secure an overtime win against the Celtics. In the West, the Nuggets clawed back to within 1 point before Aaron Gordon delivered a game-winning shot against the Thunder. And on the field, Red Sox take on the Rangers in the first of 3-game series, 6:45 p.m. Eastern on the Major League Baseball app. On the ice, it's the second round of NHL playoffs, continuing with 2 games. The Hurricanes face the Capitals at 7, and that's happening on ESPN, and that is 7 Eastern, of course. On the court, NBA Conference semifinals continue with 2 games. Pacers go up against the Cavaliers first at 7 p.m. Eastern on TNT. And now you're all caught up with sports and some news headlines.
There you go.
I'm sure there's more horrible news headlines. I just didn't have a chance to get to them all.
There always is, doesn't it? It just seems to be, it's, one thing after the other. So, yeah.
Some things to look into today if you keep track of the news. Just a few headlines that popped up. One of them I'm really curious about to find out what happened. I know Trump and Zelensky signed some mineral deals, hoping that would add some protections from Ukraine. And then Hegseth, I guess this morning, canceled Ukraine weapons and caught the White House off guard with that move. So I'm sure as the day goes on, we'll find out more.
Did he drink his breakfast this morning or what?
Yeah, I thought we were back to helping him, but apparently not.
Somebody in the Signal chat must have decided that,
Yeah, Putin is the king of the bait and switch, and they always act surprised when he says, oh, yeah, ceasefire, and then he blows something up. But it's the same kind of thing we do. Bait and switch. Bait and switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. There's news headlines, and we move on to Bits and Bakes. I'm so excited because Val has this morning's first joke.
A man was wandering around a fairground and he happened to see a fortune teller's tent. Thinking it would be good for a laugh, he went inside and sat down. Ah, said the woman as she gazed into her crystal ball, I see you are the father of 2 children. Guy says, some fortune teller you are. I'm the father of 3 children. The woman grinned and said, that's what you think.
Somebody's in trouble. Here's mine. Expectant mother was being rushed to the hospital, but didn't quite make it. She gave birth on the hospital lawn. Later, the family received a bill listing delivery room fee, $2,500. The husband wrote the hospital and reminded them the baby was born on the front lawn. A week later, they got another bill that arrived, and it said greens fee, $500.
Oh, boy.
You got a secret about Chuck.
All right, Chuck is depressed about Mother's Day.
It is this
I didn't know
weekend,
if-
right? You do know?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know if you knew that, but it's because he hasn't been able to locate his real mom since you put him up for adoption last week.
Chuck. Poor Chuck.
Poor Chuck.
All right, couple things to Facebook if Ken and Matt are still paying attention, because they come up with some goofy stuff. My first Facebook question today. You die, but death offers you a second chance if you beat him at a traditional board game. What do you choose to play with death? Val?
Tic-tac-toe?
It's pretty good odds there, as long as you get to go first.
The game of life?
Ooh, the game of life. You don't want to play chess with the devil?
No.
In the pale moonlight?
No.
Huh. All right.
What would you choose?
Operation? No. Shoots and ladders.
How about Monopoly? Because that game goes on and on.
And money is the root of all evil. All right. Post your answer. What board game would you play with the devil? And then you can tell us who you think the devil really is. All right. All right. Val, look to your left. You just won a lifetime supply of the first thing you saw.
Curtains?
Curtains. All right. Lifetime supply of curtains.
Because I go through so many.
I have a lifetime supply of fans. Oh. No, not those kind of fans, like the mechanical kind. If I was getting a lifetime supply of groupies, I'd be all on it.
You would be.
Yeah. Well, a few of them.
But if you had a lifetime supply of fans, you could just take them with you wherever you went and be blowing your hair like Fabio.
Oh, yeah. When I used to work at a station in Spokane, it was one that was owned by KXOY. Every time I went out live, the same people showed up. So I had groupies. In Chihuahua, not so much.
In Chihuahua, they always knew where to find you.
Yes.
Yes.
And I did, when you work at one of those commercial radio stations, when you go out, you got T-shirts and food and all, prizes.
Swag.
You got all the swag. But here at KCHW, hey, but guess what?
What?
KCHW hoodies are coming, baby! Yeah!
Really?
Get all hooded up and show your Stevens County support for public radio.
Nice. That's
Yes.
kind of exciting.
It is exciting. We're having like one of those order to print companies make them, getting it all set. So if we're not gonna, it's a good fundraising idea, but hoodies are expensive. So we'll make a couple bucks on each one, but it's the camaraderie that it'll bring, and I can't wait till Chuck starts going out in the streets and just snapping random people pictures of one of people wearing our hoodies. Can I say that?
I think so. I
Okay.
think so. All right. So,
All right.
It might make people think, well, I'm Chihuahua. I mean, everybody knows that there's a local radio station.
Yes.
But, I know that other places don't. So get a few out to some of the outlying communities. And when they're like, hey, where's KCHW? Then you can say, Chihuahua.
Yeah, you need to distribute it some around Deer Park.
I do. I definitely do.
All right, I'm going to open up
We stick one on Ryan Moore and let him walk around.
Put it on backwards, though. Nobody wants to see him. Kidding, he's awesome.
I saw him. I probably shouldn't out him, but I saw him busting a move on Friday night, and I don't know if Brad got a picture or not. I don't think he did, but that would have been some really good blackmail.
Wow.
If there was actually proof out there, but yeah, he was busting a move.
Ryan Moore dancing?
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, this picture's over right now.
And when at our age, sometimes if you try to bust a move, you actually bust a hip. So So he had the moves.
All right. We love Ryan. Ryan is one of our, in case you don't know or you've never met him, he does a roll through Chihuahua every now and then. Ryan is one of our board members who also is an Edward Jones dude in Deer Park. All right.
Yeah, and he's rocking the mustache, like the handlebar mustache right now.
Oh, stop, Val, stop. You're trying to get me to fly home.
Yeah, I am. Look at what you're missing.
Wow. All right. Today's misfortune cooking for the city of Chihuahua. Adventure awaits you right around the corner. Adventure awaits you right around the corner. That's right. You heard it here. But it's a flat tire with an expired AAA membership. All right, here comes Val, and let's go back and forth. Val, you started off. It's Mother's Day and why God made moms according to children.
All right. By second graders specifically. Let's try if I can get that word out today. So what ingredients are mothers made of? The answer they got from a second grader, they had to get their start from men's bones. Then they mostly use string, I think.
Mostly. Oh, string. All right. What kind of little girl was your mom? And the answer from this child, I don't know because I wasn't there, but my guess would be pretty bossy. That's my mom, too.
What did mom need to know about dad before she married him? Our answer on that one, she had to know his background. Like, is he a crook? Does he get drunk on beer? Does he make at least $800 a year?
Is that one of my kids?
But you don't get drunk on beer.
That's right. I'm allergic to it. And I make less than $800 a year. I work at KCHW. Come on. All right. Why did your mom marry your dad? The answer, my dad makes the best spaghetti in the world and my mom eats a lot. Wow.
This answer should have been a given, but who's the boss at your house? The answer on that one was mom doesn't want to be a boss, but she has to because dad's such a goofball.
Undependable dad. Wow. What's the difference between mom and dads? And the answer, moms know how to talk to teachers without scaring them. Those are awesome.
They are.
I had one from grade school, and it was like, write down the recipe to make your favorite food. And Val, you know what my favorite food is, right? It's Sunday soup.
Oh, okay.
It's our family.
Okay, like
it's mom's chicken noodle soup.
Yeah.
So,
because I make it for you when you come out.
Yes. So the recipe that I wrote down of how to make it would actually kill you.
Oh no. I want to know what's in there that would have killed you.
I can't. When I looked at it, I was like, wow, nobody would eat that. The only thing I had right was noodles and tomato sauce. So, the rest was all toxic. All right.
Boy.
There's a dating website for everybody. Let's see if there's one for Scott. All right. Might be some new game for me. Val, would you like to roll down the new dating sites?
Okay. Farmers Only.
Ooh.
It's a dating site connecting rural singles, farmers, ranchers, and those who embrace country living.
Ooh.
I don't know, Scott. You'd have to be able to pull that one off.
What's the first sentence you should have on your profile?
What's that?
Boy, howdy.
Well, I'll be gosh darn.
Gee willikers, you're cute.
Oh boy. We have one called J Date.
Okay.
A dating platform specifically designed for Jewish singles seeking relationship with others who share their faith and cultural backgrounds.
And what's the first thing Scott would put on his profile there?
A picture of his nose.
And the statement, I'm pretty sure I'm kosher.
Oh boy. We have one called BBW Cupid. It's a dating service for plus-size singles and those who admire them.
What would the first sentence of my profile say, Mel?
I don't even want to guess on this one.
Just looking. I'm gonna make myself pee. Okay.
Oh, we've got one. Maybe this is a site for you.
Okay.
It might be a just looking response too.
Okay.
It's called Women Behind Bars, a pen pal service that connects people with female inmates serving time in prison.
No, if that one, your first line should be just peeking. Okay.
Do they have to tell you what they're in prison for? Because if it was killing their husband, maybe you should scroll on by.
Yeah, maybe you deserved it.
We've got the Silver Singles, a dating platform exclusively for singles age 50 and older seeking companionship and relationships.
Oh, did your knee creak? You skipped one too.
Do you have bladder control issues?
You were skipping the other one. Yeah, we don't make jokes about that.
All right.
You did good.
Geek to Geek, a little niche dating site for self-identified geeks, nerds, and tech enthusiasts, though its currently functionality appears limited.
Come on over. We're watching anime all night. Geek to Geek.
Fitness Singles, a dating platform for fitness enthusiasts and those who prioritize an active lifestyle, with newer alternatives like Date Fit also serving this niche.
So I think the opening line on that profile should be like heavy breathing, but I don't know how to type.
Sweat dripping on the keyboard.
Fitness Singles.
Now we have, this is for Scott. Oh, Scott, there is a dating site for you. It's called Trek Passions, a dating and social networking site specifically for Star Trek fans and science fiction enthusiasts. Oh. Did you know that was out there?
I didn't. Well, actually, I'm going to sign up for all these, but I'm going to start with that one.
Trek Passions.
Wow. I love it. Let's see.
Gentlemen, beam me aboard.
And finally, the last one on our little list today is Gluten Free Date, a dating platform for singles with celiac disease or gluten intolerance.
Sorry, I'm mostly gluten.
And I will give you gut issues.
I told the guy the other day if he bumped into me again in the store, I was going to squeeze the gluten out of him.
Oh.
All right. Would you rather? Ready to play a game, Val? Would you rather?
Okay, I'm ready, I think.
You think or you are?
Okay, I am.
All right. Would you rather have the ability to fly or be invisible?
Ooh, fly.
Fly. All right. Why?
Because I've always wanted to fly on a broom, and so I guess I don't feel the need to be invisible.
Yeah, there's a creep factor with that. Like,
yeah,
what are you going to actually do when you're invisible? You're going to spy on people. You're a creeper.
Yeah, and you're going to end up hearing stuff about what others think about you that you don't necessarily want to know.
Uh-huh. You know, scratch that. I want to be invisible. Okay.
Creeper.
Would you rather be permanently on a plane or permanently on a boat?
I guess a boat.
Why did you have to think about it? I mean, like you can open a boat window and get some fresh air or walk out on the deck on the plane. You can't open the plane window without getting sucked out, and you can't walk on the wing when it's moving.
Well, why I hesitated is because I have a tendency towards seasickness. And so, do I want to permanently be hurling over the side of a boat?
I get it.
So that's why I had to stop and think.
All right.
But I'm not a seasoned flyer either. So,
All right. Never sleep or never eat.
never eat.
Never eat. Really?
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe it's not as well. You have sleep issues too, as far as being able to sleep a solid 8 hours. But I know that a lot of postmenopausal women really struggle with the ability to sleep. And there is like maybe once a month where I wake up in the morning and go, I slept solidly for 8 hours. And it's like one of those days where it's like, that's the best news I've heard in a month.
If I ever, 8 hours sounds like way too much time for me. If I'm sleeping and it's been more than 7 hours, somebody better shake me because I'm probably dead.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, that's like one of the best gifts you could give me, just 8 hours of solid sleep.
No, I find, at our age, if I sleep more than 6 hours, I wake up way too stiff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, got way too relaxed. All right, I think we got time for this next one, Val. Wacky but true vacation complaints. First up, angry guest came down to the front desk of a cruise ship demanding a different room. The attendant tried to calm him down and find out why he disliked his cabin so much. He responded, I paid a lot of money for this cruise and was promised a sea view. The only thing I can see through my window is a parking lot. And that's because the ship hadn't left the dock. Golly.
Complaining about some remote cabins, one vacationer wrote after his trip, I realized that there is no electricity in the wilderness cabins, but there should have been somewhere to recharge my phone.
Ooh, did you take that off my Airbnb? First-time whitewater rafter didn't understand how whitewater is created. He said, I think that it is appalling that you cannot go whitewater rafting in a stretch of river with no rocks.
We'll just create our own little
the rocks
whitewater.
Yeah.
Visitor to a foreign country complained to their travel agent, you said that your local Slavian rep spoke English, but you failed to mention the Slavian accents.
I wonder what that sounds like.
I don't know. Is it like really like almost guttural like German? What's a Slavian accent sound like? All
right. Here's a beachgoer who complained after her trip the sand was too hot and the brochure didn't warn us. They didn't tell me when I made dinner the pans were hot.
Yeah. A British nurse argued with the staff at the base of a mountain attraction because there were too many clouds.
It's like I've been to Old Faithful twice, and both times I waited 4 hours, and it never erupted. Yeah, I've been there twice and never got to see Old Faithful. Scott's here. I talk like, it's pretty rare that it goes that long without erupting. And the second time they told me the same thing. It's pretty
Isn't it funny that it used to be old and faithful? Now it's not faithful at all?
Yeah. Like my ex-wives?
Uh-huh.
Is that what you're saying, Val? Right. Let's see. American couple had traveled to the north of Norway to see the midnight sun. But as they stood there, they complained that it was the same sun as home and wanted their money back.
So we had a complaint over the weekend. And it's funny about what people, I don't know, sometimes you think, are they just looking for something to complain about? So
who got a complaint?
Us? Not us as in the radio station, but us as in the Deer Park Eagles, because we had a live DJ playing music. And he was into his second song number 2, and the person complained that they didn't play enough variety in the music.
I'm going to preempt this because I know he's not going to play enough variety.
Yeah. And Brad basically said, this is song number 2. If you wait just a little longer.
And that's when Brand ran up to the DJ booth and said,
Party on, Garth. Party on, Wayne. All right.
what did they say when you told them this is only the second song?
I think I think he told her, just go sit down.
Don't ever leave me.
Ever.
Good. Because I'd find you.
Has I got anything else for this? Oh, yeah, here we go.
Surprise.
All right, I'll be nice now. Val, let's do that today and yesterday trivia thing. But before we do trivia, we have this very important message.
Life's bumpy, and it's great to know you're safe and out of harm's way. Now you can stay in your seat no matter what you run into. Introducing the new My Seatbelt. My Seatbelt is for all things with 2 wheels and some 4-wheeled items too. Bicycles, lawnmowers, scooters, bus seats, motorcycles, roller skates, snowmobiles, watercraft, and even bar stools. My Seatbelt is great for wheelies, jumps, mowing on hillsides, crossing ditches, automobile bumps and smacks. You know, if the driver of that car is buckled in, you should be too. My Seatbelt is rated for the big boys with a load limit of 400 pounds and speeds up to 47 miles per hour, all while keeping you attached to whatever you're riding, even a horse. Don't be a statistic. Strap in before you end up in a gorge, a ravine, or even a canyon. Remain seated, remain safe with the all-new My Seatbelt.
My Seatbelt is not approved for cars, space shuttles, airplanes, or roller coasters.
My Seatbelt. It's great for kids, too.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
I know what I'm getting you for Mother's Day.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
I'm going to get you a My Seatbelt so when you actually fly that broom, you stay on it.
Oh, you know what? Thank you. I have a friend that I should probably buy this for or two because his nickname is Tippy.
Or Humpity Dumpity.
You know, he just tends to tip off of things, so.
Doesn't everybody when they come to your house? I'm not saying my sister throws parties, but my sister throws parties. All right, I'm ready for the first question, Sister Val.
All right, what do the words console, produce, project, rebel, and reject have in common?
What, the first was it console or console?
Like console, like between the seats in your car.
All right, so console,
produce, project, rebel, and reject have in common. This is hard.
Wow. Are they names given to something in an industry?
No.
Are they names given to a food?
No.
Then I'm totally...
This completely has to do with like English language. And like I said, it's really hard one.
I'm going to give up because this is too hard for Scott.
I guess I should have said it's kind of what you asked me in the first place. Is it console or console? So that is the whole object of this trivia question. It's these words, when pronounced with the accent on the first syllable, the words are nouns. When pronounced with the accent on the second syllable, the words are verbs.
Whoa.
So you've got console or console, produce or produce, project or project. Thank you. I had to take a minute. Rebel or rebel, reject or reject.
Or Scott.
Yes.
Thank you. You didn't have to agree. All right, good one. All right, the average person tosses this out about once every 3 years, and it's something that you use almost every day, and a part of your body is on it.
A toothbrush.
No.
Part of your body is on it. Mattress?
Nope. It's trying not to give it away. It's something that would you would use when you're working at your desk.
Use when you're working at your desk.
Part of your body rests on it. People throw them out about
mouse?
Not the mouse.
Keyboard. Nope, not getting in.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give you a mouse. It's actually the mouse pad.
Oh, okay.
Everybody throws out their mouse pad about at once every 3 years. So.
I guess something's wrong with me because I've had this one for 10.
I haven't used one in at least 10 years. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Next one for you. What 2 words, when combined, hold the most letters?
Expeditialiosis me? I know.
I'll give you a hint in this that it's a trick question.
What two words?
When combined, hold the most letters.
Alpha and bet.
No.
No. I give up. I'm losing today.
Post office.
Oh, wow. Wow. Thank you. Crowd disapproves, Val. All right. Average American eats 22 pounds of this vegetable per year, and it's super easy to grow.
If it's super easy to go, then it's rhubarb.
No, it grows in the shape of something on your body.
Grows in the shape of something on your body. Oh, it's a vegetable. On my body? Or
yes,
yours?
Your body. Thank you. I knew that was coming, ladies and gentlemen. You can't do a show with this girl.
I mean, when you were saying it's super easy to grow, my first thought was potatoes, but I don't know anything shaped on my body that looks like a potato. Except
I do. Would you like me to point it out? No.
Yes, please.
Just kidding. Do not.
Kidney beans?
Average American eats 22 pounds of lettuce each year, shaped like your head. A head of lettuce.
Head of lettuce.
I really thought you would get that one. I was like, I'm going to give Val one since I got both mine wrong. I'm going to give her an easy one. And then I give her an easy one and...
Wah, wah.
All right. I'm ready.
All right. This is an answer wrong and win.
Ooh, I love these.
All right. What liquid do you put in a vehicle to make it run?
Red Bull.
Yes, that was it. You're so brilliant.
I know.
The things that poke out of the side of an airplane that help it fly.
People's heads. And tell them which way to go.
I thought for sure you were going to say the brooms. An alcoholic beverage made from grapes.
Ooh, an alcoholic beverage made from grapes, and I got to answer wrong. Oh, man. That stuff that the Doctor Who outhouse puts out.
Dr. Pooh?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a loss on that one. That's a tough one.
Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper. Oh, yeah.
What you wear on your face to help you read.
A light.
Especially when you're old like us.
Yeah, the kids gave me a hat with a light on it in the front the other day. I was like, yeah, thanks.
You know what I need at times now, and not that you'd wear it on your face, but to help you read, is like your phone, because you have to snap a picture of it so you can zoom in.
Ooh.
Screenshot so I can read this. Last one. The country known for Italian foods.
That would be Mexico.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that Italian.
Mexalian is how you actually pronounce it now. Yeah, we have a Mexalian restaurant here. My favorite is spaghetti and meatballs in a taco shell.
Oh,
yeah.
I think you just invented something.
I think I did. It's a great way to hold the noodles while you're driving. All right, we need to go to break, but when we come back, we'll have local birthdays, today in history, some goofy holidays, and we always wrap things up with the odd news, and we got some great stories today. Lots of crime involving money. That's right.
Ooh.
All right, so stay right here. It is KCHW 102.7, and we are Northern Lights Public Radio.
Coffee's brewing, birds are singing, Northern Lights Radio to get your morning ringing. Stay right here because we'll be right back. New sponsors, and then we're back to Yak. Stay right here because we'll be right back. Got your favorite jokes and stories too. It's your KCHW FM morning crew. Coffee's brewing.
It's 8:20.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast for May the 6th, 2025. I'm Mike Clifford. U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has ordered senior Pentagon leadership to cut the number of four-star generals and admirals by at least 20% across the military, according to a memo signed by Hegseth dated Monday and obtained by CNN. As of 2023, there were 37 four-star generals and admirals across the entire military. CNN reports in his memo, Hegseth wrote the cuts are a critical step toward removing redundant force structure to optimize and streamline leadership by reducing excess general and flag officer positions. And today, the Republican budget package on the nation's energy policy gets a closer look from the House Natural Resources Committee in the Congress.
The proposals include reducing royalty rates paid by energy companies to federal and local governments, limiting opportunities for public participation, and mandating the sale of oil and gas leases on all available public lands within 18 months. New Bridge Strategies surveyed Western voters on the importance of various public land uses, and pollster Lori Weigel says there's a trend.
It stands out, really, that providing land to be leased for oil and gas development was significantly lower than every single other attribute that we tested.
Among Montana respondents, 92% said keeping air and water clean is an important function of public lands. Outdoor recreation and providing wildlife habitat were about equally important at roughly 86%. Only 34% of Montanans said they think providing land for oil and gas development is important. I'm Kathleen Shannon.
Next up to Seattle, where the city council voted last week to put the city's democracy voucher program on the ballot to be renewed in August. Supporters of the program are looking to take it statewide.
Launched in 2017, the program gives each resident 4 $25 vouchers to donate to participating candidates. Data shows the program has boosted voter turnout, increased small donors 5-fold, and encouraged more women and people of color to run. Spencer Olson of the nonprofit People Powered Elections Seattle says voucher programs counter nationwide voting rights rollbacks and model a more inclusive democracy.
It's proof that we can reduce the influence of big money, can expand participation, and can give regular people a stronger voice in who represents them.
People Powered Elections has been working on a bill for next session that would bring democracy vouchers to Washington's state legislative races. Participating candidates must get a minimum number of signatures and small donations to qualify and must adhere to contribution and spending limits. I'm Isabel Charlet.
And from the Associated Press, the Trump administration says it's going to pay immigrants in the United States illegally $1,000 plus travel costs if they leave voluntarily, as it accelerates its mass deportation agenda. This is Public News Service. Jewish students from Columbia University and Barnard College are speaking with members of the Congress today, and they've got a lot to say.
They'll be addressing the encampments and protests against the Israel-Hamas war, the Trump administration's attacks on Columbia University, and sharing their views on freeing international student Mahmoud Khalil. Columbia undergraduate student Sarah Boris says politicians and media outlets spread misinformation about life in the encampments, particularly that they were anti-Semitic.
It was really interesting to hear that when, as a Jewish student, I was literally doing Havdalah through the gate because I wasn't allowed on campus to practice my religion, and I was doing it with all these Jewish students that were part of the encampment and found so much meaning in it.
She says she was part of the first encampment, which lasted about 3 days. Boris says it was a spiritual time being part of a movement aligning with her values. She wants members of Congress to understand what life was like in the encampments and how it shouldn't be used in attacks on free speech. I'm Edwin J. Vieira.
And next to Indiana, where activists with the 5501 movement will hold new protests this summer against the Trump administration. More now from our Joe Uluri.
Elisa Advani with Indiana 5501 says local organizers will lead the new events. Advani says the movement wants to fight government overreach and protect constitutional rights.
It's a national group. It was designed specifically so that there would be coordinated protests in every state on the same day, and it's grown exponentially. Now we've had protest groups pop up by the 10s, 20s, 30s across every state.
Critics say the protest exaggerate federal actions. Some argue they turn legal and policy debates into political fights.
And finally, President Donald Trump signed an executive order which could open national marine monuments to commercial fishing.
This includes the Northeast Canyons and Seamounts Marine National Monument off the coast of Cape Cod. The protected area holds an abundance of aquatic plant and animal species and serves as an ideal feeding ground for squid, whales, dolphins, and sharks. Priscilla Brooks with the Conservation Law Foundation says it's called the Serengeti of the Sea for a reason.
It's truly an amazing place, and it supports an incredible diversity of marine wildlife.
She says opening the area to fishing would sacrifice decades of scientific progress for short-term gain. Fishing groups say restrictions hurt their bottom line and that the gear they use remains far from the protected monuments below. The executive order states that America should be the world's dominant seafood leader and calls for the suspension of any regulations that burden America's commercial fishing industry. Trump has also signed an executive order specifically targeting the Pacific Islands Heritage Marine National Monument, one of the world's biggest ocean reserves just west of Hawaii. I'm Catherine Carley.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Time to Moscow.
Morning sun peeking through the sky. It's time to wake up and just say hi. Coffee's brewing, birds are singing. Northern Lights radio to get your morning ringing. Weather's changing, temperatures are rising, but don't you fret, just keep shining. From local news to global events, we cover it all right to the wacky end. Got your favorite jokes and stories too. Your KCHW FM morning crew starts now. Please don't boo.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't boo.
Don't
We're
boo.
back. We're back. It's KCHW 102.7. I changed my shirt, Val.
Oh, because you kept disappearing?
Because I kept disappearing because it was too colorful. It's one of my favorite shirts. And here's the really sad thing. As I was taking it off, my finger went right through the shirt.
No.
So I need you to break into your budget and get me a new shirt because I only had two. Maybe not.
Oh, boy.
It is a sad story, though. All right, here we go into part 2 of today's show. And we're going to take a look at our local birthdays as I get to this morning. I'm sorry. I always give Chuck a hard time for not being prepared with the calendar. And there I was being unprepared. All right. Wow. Get this list. It is a long one. I'm going to start. We got 2 days of big time birthdays in Chihuahua. I'm going to start off with yesterday since we didn't have a morning show. And those birthdays include April Ross, Gina Washington, Lori Herdapore, Joe Wilzinski, and Carolyn McCanna. In memoriam. So those were all the birthdays for yesterday. And then today, Kevin Herda, Dakota Brooks, Evie Fuller, Garnet Barlocker, Isaac Rose, and Layla Danford, all having birthdays to do. That is a ton. We're going to need more cards. And here comes Val with people you might know that are having birthdays too.
All right. I think everybody knows who Bob Seger is, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a musician known for the hit song Night Moves. 80 years old today.
Really? They don't say old time rock and roll because that's like the most annoying song ever, and he's responsible for it.
I suppose as someone who used to be a DJ, probably feels that way. But I mean, who can hear the song without wanting to dance?
Me?
Well,
no,
you're the only one.
I literally hate that song. I really, really. But you got to figure too, I've probably played it like 2,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's right up there with "Hey Mickey." Okay.
And that's why I tend to like new music, and it's because I am not ever going to turn on a classic rock station. I mean, not that I don't enjoy the music and remember the music and all of that, but it's like I've heard the song a bazillion times. And so I like the newer stuff that I haven't already heard.
And people, just be involved in the radio station. What's your favorite kind of music? And I always say new.
Yeah, exactly.
New.
Yeah.
New music.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
All right, Tom Bergeron. Bergeron, television host, formerly on Dancing with the Stars, 70 years old today.
Didn't he get canceled? Yeah, I think he got canceled. Pretty sure.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Roma Downey, an actress probably best known from Touched by an Angel, 65 years old today. George Clooney, actor and filmmaker, 64. Gabori Sabe.
I'd stop right there. I think you had it.
I think so. Starred in Precious Empire and American Horror Story. Coven is 42. Sashir Jamada, comedian and actress, cast member on Saturday Night Live, 39. Naomi Scott, who played Princess Jasmine in the live-action Aladdin, 32 years old. And finally, Sadie Sandler, actress, daughter of Adam Sandler, and she starred in You're So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah, 19 years old today.
Wow. No nepotism there.
No.
Don't believe in that stuff. All right, here we go. Today in history, Val. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I think so. I'm going to mute my mic and clear my throat so we all know.
Okay, look up 1889. Today in history, Eiffel Tower was opened to the public at the Universal Exposition in Paris. We jumped to 1946 when the New York Yankees became the first Major League Baseball team to travel by plane.
Wow.
Yeah. In 1954, Roger Bannister became the first person to run the mile in under 4 minutes. Also responsible for the invention of the banister.
Which may or may not be a lie.
Are we in... This isn't true? All right. 1965, Keith Richards fell asleep while improvising with a new guitar. And next morning, he couldn't remember the riffs, but I Can't Get No Satisfaction had been preserved on a cassette tape recorder.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's being sleepy. You can't even remember what you sang or what you made.
I'm that way. If I come up with like what I think is a brilliant idea, like I'm going to install a real toilet in an outhouse as a joke, it always happens in Twilight.
Oh, okay.
Twilight sleep. And when we first started the radio station, that's how I came up with how to live broadcast using a magic jack, because we couldn't afford any gear, and it came to me in Twilight sleep. I was so impressed with that one, I literally got out of bed and wrote it down of how I would wire it and how I would use the magic jack to broadcast live so I could call in from anywhere and be on the radio.
Yeah, I think I've had solutions to stuff before that, you've been mulling it over all day and you're finally like, okay, I'm going to go to bed and forget about this. And then you get that breakthrough thought. But for me, if I don't write it down right then, somehow make it so I can remember, I can't guarantee that it'll be there in the morning.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to write them down. Like when you get that one and it's late night and you're in that Twilight sleep and you're like, yeah, I should divorce her.
Way better than I should roll her out of bed right now.
That's all right. She was next to me thinking, I should kill him.
Should smother him with his pillow.
Yes. All right. I don't know where I left off, but that was fun.
1990.
Oh, that's when Dominic Cazaria ran the 26.2-mile Buffalo, New York Marathon in 3 hours and 6 minutes while flipping a pancake. See, another man with goals and inventions and ideas that he writes down.
Unique ideas, yes.
All right. Now, it's not a real toilet in an outhouse, but it is running with a pancake. All right. 1994 flight crew of an Aeroflot jetliner with no hydraulic fluid landed their 55 passengers safely in, Arkhangelsk, Russia, by pouring all the lemonade on board into the jet's hydraulic system.
Why lemonade?
Yeah. But then I looked over at the abominable snowman and he said, it's not lemonade. Remember that? from that Pixar
remember
movie?
Well.
Yeah, the lemon snow cones. All right. I love that movie. All right. Keep going. 2003, Speedy Bandit blazed through Dallas during the morning rush hour, robbing 9 businesses in 2 hours. The bandit, armed with a gun, drove a Cadillac and robbed a business every 13 minutes. Police say 3 of the businesses were donut shops. Nobody was injured in the robberies. Suspicions are off-duty cop. I mean,
doesn't sound like they ever found him either.
Yeah. How else could you make it to 3 donut shops in under 13 minutes? Wow. Huh. All right. 2006.
And do they have a lot in their till?
Donut shops?
The donut shops.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
$1 a donut. It probably adds up. Morning rush hour. Oh, yeah. Probably more cash on hand than the bank. But a bad place to rob, because generally there's a cop in one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, guys. I'm just joking. All right. I don't come up with these jokes. They just happen to me. They do. I don't call hey, I need a joke for this. It just happens. All right. New Jersey, 2006. New Jersey dumped "Come See for Yourself" in its second attempt at a slogan for the state in less than a year. It was the product of a statewide contest set up by then-acting Governor Richard J. Cody after he rejected a consultant's offering of "We'll win you over with the smell."
Stay around long enough and you'll eventually like it here.
Fresh water in Jersey actually has hunks of dirt and bottle caps in it.
Ew.
Ew. All right. 2017, France banned too thin fashion models and made labeling of digitally enhanced photos mandatory. And, all right, 2024, Kendrick Lamar released his diss track, Not Like Us, which quickly climbed to the top of the Billboard Hot 100 and became a defining moment in the year's music and pop culture landscape. Way to go, Kendrick.
There you go.
Wow, that was the longest history ever.
I think it was. Longest I've seen.
Wow, I think it was because all the stories I added. Sorry. And here comes Val with today's special events.
All right, Childhood Depression Awareness Day.
Aww.
It is also International No Diet Day. Hey, I'm all over that one. Let me tell you. Joseph Brackett Day. Who's that?
I don't know. I'll Google him.
Okay. Mom's Equal Pay Day should always be a thing. National Beverage Day. National Concert Day. National Crepe Suzette Day. National Nurses Day. National Teacher Day. National Tourist Appreciation Day. No Homework Day. Oh, all the kids are going to like that one. And finally, World Asthma Day.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to...
Give up over. Joseph Brackett Day is observed on May 6th each year to commemorate the birthday of the Shaker religious leader and composer Elder Joseph Brackett, who composed the Shaker song, Simple Gifts, which is later made famous by Aaron Copland in the ballad called The Appalachian Spring. Now you have more information that you will never remember.
Now you know.
Now you know. All right. World Asthma Day. Yay. Number of the day is 17 million, Val, and that's the number of pleasure boats on U.S. lakes, rivers, and coastlines. Ooh. Need me a pleasure boat.
Yes.
All right, you've been getting out. You did some camping, right?
We did do some camping. We went up to Gifford Campground, had an absolutely beautiful weekend. We were so lucky. And just surprised how far the water is down yet. So I would imagine that's going to be changing here pretty soon.
All right. Well, as a reminder, if you're out and about and doing things, be careful. American tourist found himself in a harrowing situation while visiting Rome's iconic Colosseum. 47-year-old man was on vacation with friends and family when he attempted to scale a metal fence in front of the historic site because you're not allowed in because they're redoing it. They're fixing it up.
Okay.
Reportedly in pursuit of a better view, but instead he tragically fell and impaled himself on the fence, leaving him hanging and screaming in pain for approximately 20 minutes. This can happen in the woods, too. Just saying.
Speaking from experience.
He underwent surgery, required over 80 stitches to mend the wound in the lower back.
Oh, my gosh.
Look, honey, I'm going to climb over. Nope. All right, let's wrap this show up the only way we know how. We get out all the goofy stuff and bring you today's version of Odd News.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your Odd News on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, always kick off the Odd News with a news attack where the first sentence is true and the second sentence a bad joke. And Val, not to throw you off, I'm going to let you do today's news attack because there's not very many. And I will do yesterday's.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. You start.
The Department of Homeland Security is offering $1,000 plus free airfare to immigrants who deport themselves. It's DHS's version of self-checkout, but you take money as you exit.
Wow. So, like, if I deported myself to Germany, they'd give me $1,000. All right. I wonder if Germany would take me back even though I wasn't born there. All right.
Maybe.
All right. Health officials in D.C. have floated an idea for bringing down prescription drug costs, getting Americans to take fewer pills. That's not the joke. Next on their agenda, solving hunger by suggesting people eat less. Or maybe breaking. Government discovers revolutionary cost-cutting technique called just don't buy it.
Which is also true.
Yes, just don't buy
it. Experts warn. I'm going to make sure I didn't. Oh, I started to skip one. A study says that making fruit look good will help kids eat more of it. Which is why whenever I want my kids to eat their fruit, I cut it up into the shape of an Xbox controller.
I wonder if that's why crazy girls are always more attractive to me. And I see an absolutely nuts one, I start running after her. All right.
What's wrong with you?
The conclave to elect a new pope begins Wednesday. A reminder of the smoke signals. Black means no pope. White means new pope. Blue means they're just vaping.
Experts warn that a lack of sleep can lead to an early death. I'd agree with that. Last night I was trying to sleep and my neighbor's car alarm went off and the guy just happens to have gone missing.
Whoops. Not saying my sister makes people disappear, but she makes people disappear. Have you seen half of me disappeared today earlier? Research shows that
I'm practicing my remote skills.
Research shows that optimism is overrated. I wonder if the researchers were confident that that's what they'd find.
A study found that too much sleep for older women may lead to strokes. That sounds like an excuse old men made up to get their wives to stay awake until the Cialis kicks in.
I'm pretty sure 20 more minutes. Wow, Val. A study says 2-year-olds shouldn't have much screen time. Children should not have much screen time, including tablets and TV. And it's odd because most TV is geared toward 2-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly. In case you didn't know, a study said the first animal likely to have appeared on Earth was the sea sponge. And yet, to this day, not a single professional sport team has named a mascot after them.
It's the Cincinnati Sea Sponges. That's good. That's really good. Cincinnati Sea Sponges? But you guys don't have a sea. All right.
Come see.
Speaking of sea, yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. Anniversary of the day in 1962 when the Mexican army defeated the French. Each year to celebrate, I French kiss a few burritos at Taco Bell. I kicked out yesterday.
Another interesting fact about Cinco de Mayo is the Mexican people don't celebrate it.
It's a thing. And we invented the burrito too, so just saying.
It's a completely U.S. created holiday there.
All right. Do you have any others?
What's that?
Do you have any others?
Yes, I do. A study found shopping carts have more germs than public restrooms. Maybe, but at least shopping carts don't come with an old man in a raincoat. I was asking you if you like surprises.
Yeah, I do. On that same stinky vein, Val, analysis of beards revealed that they're just as filthy as toilets.
Oh, no.
Yeah, your husband has a beard, doesn't he?
He does.
Look, ladies, no more goatee. My chin is clean. Yes, figures, after all, many of them look like toilet brushes. Especially if you're old. Because it's white. All right, maybe not. Let's move on to...
I've got one more. Do you want me to do it?
Oh, yeah, please do it. Do it.
All right. Researchers found that horses snort more often when they're happy. Of course, it depends upon what they're snorting.
Wow. Val. Wow. Look at that horse go. Wow. All right. Wacky but true. I guess it's my turn. A handyman at a hotel in the UK was asked to prune a tree, put a ladder up against a branch, climbed up, sawed it off. Yep, he sawed off the branch his ladder was leaning on. Oopsie. That resulted in a 14-foot fall requiring a 10-day hospital stay and surgery. Man sued the hotel he worked for, saying management should have given him training on where to put the ladder. I got a special kind of stupid montage.
Stupid! Are you stupid or something?
The only thing you're ever going to be king of is king of the stupids.
Stupid is forever.
That makes you look like an idiot.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
The strain was terrific. And impossible though it seemed, he got an idea.
You are an idiot.
All right. Never cut the branch your ladder's on.
A woman was detained by police after she was caught stealing $80,000 in cash gifts during a wedding ceremony in China. For one, there's weddings where you get $80,000 in cash.
I married the wrong women.
Yeah. The suspect managed to mingle her way into the celebration by claiming to be a relative of the groom. But she didn't steal the cash at the reception. First, she followed the groom's car to his home, where she introduced herself as a relative and joined the crowded wedding procession that next went to the home of the bride. The cash in a locked red suitcase was hidden in a closet at the bride's home. When all the guests went to a nearby hotel to celebrate the marriage, the fake guest went back to the bride's home to take the suitcase with her.
Wow, 80,000 in wedding cards. Wow. You married the wrong person too, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. All right.
You know,
let's see.
I heard the term that, you can fall in love with a rich one just as easy as a poor one.
Yeah. Pickers are broken sometimes. And let's find out about this wedding crasher.
I love weddings. Drinks all around.
I did hire a wedding photographer. That's just in case we were like something crazy happened and we wanted a picture of it.
It's what might be called a sort of belated wedding present.
So you have no leads, huh?
Oh, I have a lot of leads. I have a fictitious name on a register. I have a stolen phoned-in credit card number. I have 2 eyewitnesses, one of whom is in the room who saw a guy but really didn't see him.
And one day she didn't do a perimeter check. Her wedding day.
You there! What are you hiding? Stolen goods, no doubt. Take them from her.
And we will dance till the sun rises. And then our children will form a family band. And we will tour the countryside, and you won't be invited.
I love it. Yeah. All right. She's not going to the next wedding for sure.
For sure.
Is it me, Val? It is me in Thailand.
It is.
2 jewel thieves successfully escaped with rare gems, but got into a heated argument in a restaurant about dividing the loot, loudly discussing the details of their crime while totally unaware that a police detective and his wife were at the next table. Detective stepped away from the table, called the supervisor, and then went back to be with his wife until more cops arrived. All right, kind of like a stakeout. Stakeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to see is true.
These stakeouts can be tricky, you know. You never know when things might explode into a life or death situation.
Confounded old Samwise Gamgee! Have you been eavesdropping?
We're busted!
I got my 2 hands up. I
surrender. Come and lock me up here forever. Busted.
See, people, talk quietly when you're in a restaurant.
Yes, especially if you're doing crimes.
Yes. Police in Florida arrested a man on fraud and grand theft charges for allegedly trying to deposit a $10 check altered to show a much greater amount. Police say the man tried to deposit a check for almost $270,000.
I thought I'd try it just once and see what happened.
Exactly.
Not like they might have insufficient funds. Yeah, and how do you make $10 into $270,000 on a check?
I don't know.
I didn't quit because of religion. I quit because of mathematics.
Oh.
That's right. The odds are stacking up against me.
I hear you're good with numbers.
Mama. What's this thing with all these numbers?
It's a mathematical theory based on the infinity concept of declining numbers.
Oh, you are bad at math.
Who's that guy?
He's my math teacher, I think.
Hey, I like this guy's mathematicals.
Yeah. He's got great mathematicals. Mathematicals. All right, I guess I'm wrapping it up with these guys, right? South African counterfeiter was apprehended after trying to use his own counterfeit bills to pay fines for an unrelated parking violation at a police station. Officers immediately noticed the poor quality of the notes, which had been printed on standard copy paper with visible home printer lines.
I'm very sorry to have to tell you this, but I have discovered that your boyfriend is a counterfeiter and a killer. And a man like that, you could be certain he is cheating on you, too.
So, you're in on the counterfeiting caper. Very clever.
I'm involved in counterfeiting some money. Big deal.
So, do I still have to go to jail?
And crayons in case you get bored. And some blue Play-Doh.
Show me the money!
Maybe you can use the crayons to write another check. I was like Family Guy, and Peter comes home and says they wouldn't accept his check at the store, and why? And all his wife gave him was a package of the really long sticky notes. Oh, yeah, that's good. All right, big round of applause for my sister just because I love her. And she made it through surgery, and we have another sister who just recovering from open heart surgery. So, hey, I might be next.
Hopefully not.
I hope this isn't running in the family. Actually, because of our sister and our mom, you know, history of heart problems there and stuff, I got the heart stress test, passed it with flying colors. It's the only thing on my body that is working.
Wow.
Yeah. I was actually surprised because I had went into the emergency room one night a few months ago with chest pain. So I was pretty sure the ticker was going bad, but apparently I got a little Eveready in there or something. And then watch me keel over tomorrow.
Well, you know, I ended up doing a whole series of tests myself because of the heart palpitations that I was, you know, struggling with. And it's like, no, your heart's in actual great shape. It's just that you're a woman in menopause.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We want to thank you so much for being here, honest with the show today, listening, watching online, all that stuff. I'll do a quick check. Did we miss anybody else posting in or with a message? No, we are covered. I want to let you know, though, that you can still get in on Chihuahua's Got Talent. All right. Final round of auditions are Saturday here at the radio station, and you can get all the details online. Tickets for the main show, which happens later in the month, those are available, and all the details at kchw.org. Also, if you were going to get a membership, we're getting ready to roll out a new thank you promo, and if you just like, I'm going to do this, but you're putting it off, get it mailed in now because we want to include you on a promo, and that takes a lot of work to create that. So once it's created, you're kind of out if you haven't got that membership in for 2025. So if you've been sitting on it and you're getting a gold level membership, please get those into us so we can give you a proper thank you. Other than that, Val, did you have any other notes? Don't forget Mom's Day Sunday.
Yes, Mother's Day Sunday, 8 to 11 at the Deer Park Eagles. That's 12 West South Avenue. Moms eat free and can enjoy a mimosa while doing that. And one other note, I'll just throw it out there now, give more information next week. The Deer Park Eagles will also be hosting an outdoor market and craft fair, and that is on May 17th, Saturday. So we would love to see you there as well.
All right, so we're going to wrap up the show. And Val, I made a new show close a couple weeks ago, and you have to listen to the lyrics because I just kind of had the staff in mind when I made it, all right?
Okay.
Have a great day yourself, and please keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio.
Coffee's brewed, the birds have sung. It's time to get off your butt and get something done. We're sorry to go, but tomorrow's probably another show. We think you'll agree we should all keep working for free. Got your favorite jokes and stories too. It's your KCHW FM morning crew.
Have a great day. Thanks for being here. It's KCHW 102.7.
Love you, brother.
Love you.
It's 8:57.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395